Eine Frage, die ich mir natürlich gestellt habe und die, denke ich, viele Leute sich stellen, eben jetzt nach allem, was der Sam über Homosexualität oder homosexuelles Empfinden gesagt hat, wäre natürlich zu fragen, okay, wenn wir das jetzt in dieser Geschichte grundsätzlich verstehen als etwas, das nicht richtig ist oder das zumindest irgendwie nicht so geplant war oder nicht, genau, da nicht so perfekt reinpasst, eben in dieses Abbild, warum gibt es dann? Also warum empfinden Menschen homosexuell und viele von denen, oder vielleicht sogar die meisten von ihnen, eben haben sich das ja nicht ausgesucht. Also ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass da jemand fragt, okay, wenn Gott nicht will, dass ich homosexuell lebe, warum macht er mich dann so?
Yeah, that's the big question, and it's a broader question than merely that, because same-sex attraction and feelings are not the only example of natural feelings that contradicts God's design for sexuality. A heterosexual man might just as easily say, "Why do I have these attractions for lots of women? Why do I feel as though I don't want to be pinned down to one sexual partner? Why do I have these feelings for someone who I'm not married to?" So this is more than merely, obviously it comes into sharp relief when you think about same-sex desires and attractions, but it's not exclusive to that. So the question is, how did we all end up with attractions, urges, desires that seem to take us outside God's design? And again, the biblical account is that all of us are broken. We're made in God's image. We have unique worth and dignity and value, but we've all been distorted and twisted by sin. And again, I think there's a level on which we find that intuitively so. Most people have enough self-awareness to recognize they're not everything that they sense they're meant to be. There's a version of you that in your better moments, you know that you fall short of. All of us have that sense of something not quite being right, us not being the full deal yet. And the biblical account is that's because we're fallen, we're sinful, and sin has distorted and twisted and tainted every part of our lives, including our sexual desires, our sexual appetites. And so all of us find in so many areas of life that we instinctively and naturally have desires and reflexes and impulses that we know are not right. Even outside the area of sexual relationships, some people find that they are instinctively and unhealthily jealous or angry or irritable or whatever it might be. All of us have instinctive ways of being that we know in other areas of life. That's not right. I'm not meant to be that way. I don't like that I am that way. So we should not be surprised to see if there's something of that dynamic at work in our sexuality as well. And it's why that the overall message of Christianity is precisely that Jesus has come to restore us. He's not come to slap us on the back and congratulate us and affirm everything about all of our feelings and desires. He's actually come to put us back together, to give us back our humanity, to repair us, to remake us, to give us a new nature, to restore the image of God to us. So the very coming of Jesus is predicated on the fact that we're not right, and that we need something as total as his death in order for us to be made right. This is not an area. He's not come down to give us a few improvement techniques. He's not come to help us be fine-tuned. He's come to entirely reboot us, to give us a new heart and a new nature, and to give us a new birth. That's the language he uses for us to be born again. We weren't born right the first time, and so whatever may seem natural to us from birth, I was born this way. Jesus' response is that's why all of us need to be reborn in him. We need to be born again.
Wir hoffen, diese Antwort hat dir weitergeholfen. Hinterlass uns doch deine Gedanken dazu in den Kommentaren. Wenn du das vollständige Video ansehen möchtest, findest du den Link in der Beschreibungsbox.
Wenn dir dieses Video gefallen hat, dann like dieses Video doch und abonniere diesen Kanal, damit auch andere diese Inhalte finden können.
Schick uns gerne auch deine persönlichen Fragen per Instagram. Wir freuen uns, mit dir ins Gespräch zu kommen.
Profundum ist Teil von Campus für Christus, ein spendenfinanziertes Projekt, das sich mit dem christlichen Glauben und seiner Tiefe, Höhe und Weite auseinandersetzt. Wenn du Videos wie diese und die Arbeit von Profundum möglich machen möchtest, dann findest du unten in der Beschreibungsbox die Details dazu.
Bis zum nächsten Mal.